ברוך השם, נגמר השיר כבר, נלך לדבר. הוא רק עושה לי ככה. يعني מההתחלה, תחזור מההתחלה.
احنا مش هنمشي، هننام هنا الليلة.
والله خليك هون تنام الليلة هذه.
مش هنمشي. ايه رأيكم؟
אתה היית מחכה שיש 12 המשטרה. אתה בורח אחרי הווילון הראשון.
מי?
אני? ב-12. תגיד משטרה תנסה.
انا ولا فليكس؟
مش اللي قالوا له سلفسيك אנשים אומרים לו خلاص גמרנו שעה 2 قال له לא אני רוצה שתהיו מבסוטים طب אנשים לא רוצים כבר גמרו והוא רוצה לשבת עד שאור יוצא כמה פעמים אני ראיתי את האור היום בעין שלי ואני יושב התחת שלי כואב לי מרוב שאני יושב ושזורקים לו קצת כסף הוא רוצה לשבת עוד שכבר עוברים את הגבול, לא יכולים. אנחנו שולחים אחד מהחברים שלנו. אם הוא יכול, אני לא כל פעם יש לו משטרה ביד. אז הוא הולך ואומר, אני גר ברחוב זה וזה, ולא יכול לישון. יש תזמורת שם, אבל לא נותנים לנו לישון עד אור הבוקר. באה המשטרה, רק רואים המשטרה, ידענו שכאן עבוד.
رجعوني عينيه لأيام اللي راحوا علمونا الندم على الماضي وجراحه اللي شفته قبل ما تشوفك عينيا عمري ضايع.
החלום שלי, אני אומר לך, דוקי, החלום שלי, אם אתה זוכר, אני אמרתי לך, אני רוצה לעשות פה מופע גדול, חצי נגנים ממצרים, או זמר, אם אפשר, או שניים ממצרים, ונגנים יש לנו, ברוך השם, פה, אני יכול לעשות, לארגן תזמורת גדולה מאוד. אבל חסר לנו שומעי ערבית, באילת, בדימונה, בערד. לא חסר. יבואו מירדן. עקבה.
A rare glimpse of some of Israel's Arab Jewish community and their musical tradition. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me again next time here on Witness.
Business Latest is brought to you by the Qatar Tourism Authority and Capco. Business Latest is brought to you by the Qatar Tourism Authority and Capco.
Afghanistan is faced with a huge challenge.
Relations have gone really sour between us and our allies.
We have inflicted considerable damage on the enemy.
The people who make international headlines.
Ultimately, the truth will out.
They want to stop this publication of information that embarrasses them.
Make time for Sir David Frost. Frost over the world. At this time on AlJazeera.
From local traders to international finance, it's commerce that makes the world go round. For global companies and developing markets, communication is the currency, and information is the most valuable commodity. Counting the cost at this time on AlJazeera.
As protests, violence, and the call for political reform spreads across the Arab world, AlJazeera's in-depth coverage of events on the ground brings you the news as it breaks. Ongoing coverage of the Libya uprising on AlJazeera.
Fierce fighting in Libya's eastern cities and reports of more than 30 killed in AlJazeera. I'm Lauren Taylor, you're watching AlJazeera live from Doha. Also on the programme, Egypt's new Prime Minister joins protesters in Tahrir Square and vows to meet their demands. Yemen opposition rallies intensify as President Saleh rejects a transition plan to step down. And thousands of Iraqis take to the streets to protest against unemployment and corruption. Hello, we begin in Libya, where there's growing unrest after Friday prayers. At least 30 people have been killed in AlJazeera after forces loyal to Muammar Gaddafi tried to retake the town from rebel hands. Witnesses described scenes of battles with heavy machine guns and automatic weapons between armed residents and security forces. Opposition fighters are taking on Muammar Gaddafi's security forces elsewhere in Libya. There have been confrontations in the oil town of Ras Lanuf in the east and attacks on protesters marching in the capital, Tripoli. Interpol has issued an international alert for Gaddafi and several members of his inner circle. The orange notice will help enforce UN sanctions such as travel bans and asset freezes. And the UN says a wave of refugees fleeing Libya has suddenly slowed after a clampdown by pro-Gaddafi forces. But many are still stranded at Libya's borders and inside the country. Well, AlJazeera's Jackie Rowland is in the eastern city of Benghazi and joins us now live. So, Jackie, I gather you might have a bit more information about some of the fighting that we've been hearing about.
Yeah, well, I've been down to a town not far from Ras Lanuf during the course of Friday. We were at AlJazeera, which was one of the most advanced positions of rebel forces. Now, there was a heavy sandstorm blowing all the way through the day, so I think it would be pretty much impossible for any Gaddafi aircraft to have taken to the skies. But nevertheless, about 80 kilometers further west of us at Ras Lanuf, there was heavy fighting, and we had that by confirmation from people on the ground. A lot